got them cold mountain memories, colder than they ever were before. And the hallway feels bigger, but the bed sheets are only half as warm. Ever since you left it, the mold in me asbestos is all that I've got left anymore. Them cold mountain memories, colder than they ever were before.
What's up? I'm about to make a demo of this song that I've been working on, and I thought maybe you'd want to come along for the journey. Let's go. I'd be alone. Never thought I'd let it go. So anytime you're recording a demo, the first thing that you want is something called a reference track. A reference track is what you see me recording here. It's one take all the way through the song, guitar and vocals, and we're not going to keep this. It's not something that's going to be a part of the finished product, but it's going to serve as the foundation to set up drums and to structure the track out. You can see me here programming a drum beat over the song, and that's going to serve two purposes. Number one, it's going to replace the metronome or the click track in my ears, and it's going to sound way better than the click track does. Number two, it's going to allow me to properly format the song. I can mark where the intro, verses, choruses, and all of the specific parts and sections of the song are, so that when I go back and re-record my guitars, re-record my vocals all separately, I can punch in, punch out, know exactly where I am really quickly. Now, when I'm recording MIDI drums like this, I like to keep it simple. I mean, for the most part, I am trying to get my best two measures of something that works over the reference track and sounds good, and then I'm just duplicating it for the entirety of the song. And I'm adjusting parts that need it, like maybe the pre-chorus is a measure longer or the chorus needs a crash over it. It's all just going to make it sound better to record to. It's not necessarily the finished product. It's just going to replace the metronome and it's going to structure the song out. That's really what it's for. Typically, my goal for the first session of recording a demo is just to have the song completely structured out. That means to have a reference track fully finished and recorded, and to have a BPM chosen for the song. I think looking back, I should have spent a little more time on the metronome, but you'll see that later when I come back and decide to change it. Now here I'm getting set up to record a full guitar take over the reference track and over the drum track that I've already set up. And you can see I'm starting with the Fingerstyle guitar. I think I'm going to end up having 3 or 4 different guitars on this demo. This is the first time in the recording of the demo that you really want to scrutinize sound. You want to make sure your mic placement is good, the effects, if you have any EQ or reverb in your ears, that those are pleasing to listen to, just so that you can really vibe it out, honestly, and make it sound good. This is the first recording that we're doing that is going to be part of your finished demo, assuming you decide to keep it. And again, all of this is extra. Like if you have time to go over it and start recording guitars, or you have time to go over and record the vocals on day one, that's great. But the goal for day one is just to establish a BPM, try to get the song completely structured out so that you have the foundation for a good, solid demo. Guitar 2 here, you can see I went for a more rhythmic, strummy vibe around it. And I changed my mind a couple of times on this. Here I took the pick away and went with my fingers because it had a much more mellow sound. Here's guitar number 3 that I'm setting up for here. I call it the shimmer guitar. It's just single strums, and it's meant to accentuate the entrance to the chorus. It's the next day, and I'm redoing the guitar part. I found like a new groove, and I'm fighting with... The struggle's real. It's hard to work on a key and a rhythm when that's happening. Came in a different room, so maybe it'd be a little quieter, but I could still keep an eye on him. Yeah, I feel like it should all kind of hit on that. Never thought I'd be alone. Never thought I'd let it go away. So I'm gonna see what that sounds like really quick. If I were to just kind of cut the drums up until that moment. Never thought I'd let it go away. Let the coffee one of the things I kind of forgot about when you're recording stringed instruments, recording guitars, I'm way out of tune from where I was last time. And now we just kind of have to hope and pray that I got in perfect tune last time. Yeah, so I totally didn't get in perfect tune last time. I screwed up on that. But it's nice to learn as you go along here. This is only about the 25th demo I've made, and still I am making mistakes on simple things such as tuning. But it's a good opportunity to re-record all the guitars and maybe do a better job this time. So that's what I'm doing here. I need to re-record 3 guitars, and now you get to watch me do it in warp speed. Just did the fingerstyle guitar again. Let's do the bits in the chorus that are the big hits here. The diamond strums, as we'd call it in school. Here we go. No, I can totally do it better than that. This might be a little crazy, but I'm going to add a 4th guitar onto this. It probably ideally would be like an electric or maybe even like a soft, like a rubber bridge or something. But I really want to have that melody in there. I'm going to crank the reverb up. see. Nice. Now I just need that in like 3 places, I think. Intro, midtro, and outro. Nice. I'm gonna keep that. Let's do another guitar. And we're just gonna do an octave of that. Why not? That sounds sweet. I just ran out of storage on my iPhone. I had to go and delete a bunch of books that I've already read, and also like 7 episodes of Lost that I downloaded for some reason. Anyway, maybe that'll buy me some time. Yeah, I'm gonna do some vocals now. So I took the reference track that I had initially recorded the whole song, and I'm just muting it now. And I'm going to use the drums and the 5 guitars that I have recorded thus far, and I'm going to try to lay down some decent vocals. Let's see how it goes. Never thought I'd be alone. I never thought I'd let it go to waste. But the coffee in the mornings without you is nothing but another bitter taste. Never thought I'd be alone, go to waste. But the coffee in the mornings without you is nothing but another bitter taste. We always wanted property, and baby, it's not lost on me how far away from town we now reside. I'm gonna add some harmonies. It's the middle of the night and it don't feel right. Ever since you left it, the mold in the asbestos is all I've got left anymore. That's high. This is dope, you guys. I gotta stop saying before, you know? That's just bad.
It's the middle of the night and it don't feel right to pick up the telephone. Got them cold mountain memories, colder than they ever were before. And the hallway feels bigger, but the bed sheets are only half as warm. Ever since you left it, the mold in the asbestos is all that I've got left anymore. And them cold mountain memories, colder than they ever were before. I guess it just got.
All right, I'm back in the studio for day 3 of this demo recording. And I got some bad news. Well, not really bad news, just same old same news. I think it's too slow. I went in here and I bumped up my metronome to about 12 BPM faster, and that really feels like the sweet spot. It's like every time I go home, I'm playing it a little bit faster, and I come in the studio and it feels slow. So I want it to be quicker. The problem with speeding up audio tracks is it very much dehumanizes them. It doesn't work that way. So everything that's not a MIDI track will need to get re-recorded. So, I mean, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you some other things that I worked on here. All right, so just to walk you through it here, I have all these green tracks. This is the fingerstyle guitar, rhythm guitar. Guitar 3 was like the shimmer on the shimmer strums on the chorus. And then I did 2 lead tracks for the melody. I have a main vocal track and a harmony vocal track. And then up top, this blue one is the drum track. And then this is the horn track for kind of it's adding the bass. This one is just the reference track all the way on the top. So everything from here down will need to get re-recorded at the new tempo of 156. And then I'll also, it's a good time to change the key. So I might bring it down half a step, which means I'll need to go into these horns and bring everything down a half a step as well. All right, so I had these 2 horn sections as 2 separate tracks, but I'm just going to join them really quick. There we go. And now I can go down here, select all, and then just boop. And there you go. That's how you change the key of a MIDI track. Unfortunately, that means all of these have got to go. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. And I think this is the last time I'm going to do this. I hope so. I think maybe one positive part I can think about deleting everything just now is that the sounds are already set up. I know it's going to sound good as long as I can get the mic placement somewhere decent. So guess what I'm going to do first? I'm going to tune. Wow, that was like the absolute most chaotic thing I've ever done in my life. Here's a bit of an oversight for you. I changed the key to the horns, and I changed the key on this guitar just to bring it down a half a step, but I forgot that the original reference track was sung in E flat, and I had to turn that back on to know where I was in the song. So the horns and what I was playing were in D, and the reference track is in E flat. You've got to hear what I just recorded. Tell me that's not the worst thing you've ever heard, and I just did a full take of that. But I think that when I turn this talk channel off and now everything is in the same key, sounds great. The mic on. We're good. Sweet. All right, that was about 15 minutes. I was able to change the MIDI track, drop the key, increase the tempo, recorded a rhythm guitar take, and both of the lead takes. I've not done any mixing or editing yet. like this is going to be this has like the movement that I wanted out of it. It still has the laid back feel. It still has the driving rhythm, right? So it makes you want to kind of just chill, but you're not bored. Anyway, I'll record some more stuff. I'm going to put some more stuff on it, like the other two guitars and then some vocals again before I share with you another audio take from the day. So it might be another day or two before I get that stuff laid down. Yeah. Onward. All right, here we are. We're back. Today I need to do the fingerstyle guitar. I need to do the lead strums, the shimmery strums for the chorus. And then we'll see what I've got time for. I've got about 40 minutes to do this. Let's go. Let's do some vocals. I like to sing off axis into this microphone usually. That just means like if it picks up right directly in the center, I'm going to kind of sing into the side of it. It's still going to pick it up plenty, and it's really going to kind of cut down on the things I don't want. Like the puh sounds tend to pop a lot. I don't have a pop filter on this. And also the S sounds, they call that sibilance. It cuts down on that a little bit and get a little bit more even sound singing off axis into this mic. I never thought I'd be alone. Never thought I'd let it go to waste. Middle of the night and it don't feel right to pick up the telephone. Got them cold mountain memories, colder than they ever were before. Nice, that was a good take. Let's just add some harmonies to that. I'm sure I'll want to come back and redo it at some point, but that was pretty good to try and get you guys a day 3 audio today. Cold mountain memories, colder than they ever were. Hallway feels bigger, but the bed sheets are only half as warm. Ever since you left it, the mold and the asbestos is all that I've got left anymore. I got the main vocals put down. I also have some harmonies put down that I'm happy with. There's one part of the vocals that I want to redo, and it's at the very end here. I'm going to let you listen to that. And them cold mountain memories, colder than they ever were before. Them cold mountain memories. So I need to come in right there with like a new, sort of like a little tagline almost. So now I'm going to set up the punch in feature here. It's not going to record until that very moment. And I don't need it to punch out because it's the end of the song. But so if I set my playback right here now and I hit record, colder it's not recording. And now that it's crossed that line, it is recording. So, all right, got that set up. Let's give it a shot.
Yes, them cold mountain memories, colder than they ever were before.
It's good, but I feel like it sounds like a different person because I did it in a different take. Let me back up a little bit here. I'm going to try it one more time.
Yes, them cold mountain memories, colder than they ever were before.
Let's try it one more time.
Yes, them cold mountain memories, colder than they ever were before.
Okay. So now I've got kind of this little issue where that was louder somehow. I don't know. I'm going to turn the gain down on those tracks. Let's run through what I've got really quick. I've got the drum track here. I've got the horns, which are serving as my bass, vocal, doubled up vocal to add for presence and for volume. So this is just literally the same exact track twice in a row. Same thing's happening with the harmonies here. These are two harmonies and they're just doubled up. Actually, the harmonies are not doubled up for volume as much as they are for left and right panning. One's panned hard left, one's panned hard right, and that's to give it some atmosphere. Here's the fingerstyle guitar. Here's the rhythm guitar. Here's the guitar 3 is what I've called it. It's the shimmer guitar. The lead guitar for the melody and the octave of that lead guitar. So it has 5 guitars on it and 2 vocals and a bass and a drum. And it sounds pretty good. I'm going to mess around maybe with some automation the next time you see me, but for now, I'm going to give it an export and let's hear how it sounds.
Never thought I'd be alone, never thought I'd let it go to waste. But the coffee in the morning without you is nothing but another bitter taste. We always wanted property, and baby, it's not lost on me how far away from town we now reside. And the winters here are harsh, but I wish you to brave the cold for one more night. 'Cause living alone in the mountain cold has got me feeling kinda low. It's the middle of the night and it don't feel right to pick up the telephone. Got them cold mountain memories, colder than they ever were before. And the hallway feels bigger, but the bed sheets are only half as warm. Ever since you left it, the mold in the asbestos is all that I've got left anymore. And them cold mountain memories, colder than they ever were before.
All right, I'm at the house here on day 4, and I was just listening through the recordings. It's nice to do a video like this because you kind of get to hear samples from day 1 to day 2 to day 3. I've never really done it that way before. I just make changes and that's the direction I go. It definitely sounds better faster. I'm not sure I love the key change. I kind of preferred it in the key of E flat, but I'm not sure if I want to go back and redo everything. Definitely going to redo the vocals and the harmonies today. And then there's some like tiny little problems in the guitar parts that are easily fixable. But I think most of it's going to be automation there and like dealing with mixing and some editing. But got my notes here. I'm going to do, the vocals, some phrasing, and then just some notes on like what I could change in the song today. So yeah, we'll see if I can get all that done.
Never thought I'd be alone. Never thought I'd let it go to waste. But the coffee in the morning without you ain't nothing but another bitter taste. And we always wanted property, but baby, it's not lost on me how far away from town we now reside. And the winters here are harsh, but I wish you to brave the cold for one more night. 'Cause living alone in the mountain cold is got me feeling kinda low. It's the middle of the night and it don't feel right to pick up the telephone. Got them old mountain memories, colder than they ever were before. And the hallway feels bigger, but the bed sheets are only half as warm. Ever since you left it, the mold in me asbestos is all that I've got left anymore. Them cold mountain memories, colder than they ever were before. I guess you just got to it, all the cows and manure and the beef. But I wish we could have talked it out, the things that I can't live without for you. But when all peace and quiet turned complete in utter silence, it was more than her fickle heart could bear. She's reducing elevation, breathing in a much thicker air. And living alone in the mountain cold is gonna make me a bitter man. I'm sober now, I just don't know how to figure out who I am. Got them cold mountain memories, colder than they ever were before. And the hallway feels bigger, but the bed sheets are only half as warm. Ever since you left it, the mold in the asbestos is all that I've got left anymore. Them cold mountain memories, colder than they ever were before. Them cold mountain memories is colder than they ever were before.